the betrayal comes when you see the flag, red, purple, whatever color it is. When you see the flag, when the patterns change, she don't want to talk about it. She's passive aggressive about it. She's saying, "Oh, nothing's wrong with how you doing," but you know something changed, and you can't have that conversation. Drop that like a zero. Drop it. Run.
Get out of there.
Don't pick up the phone no more.
Everybody's here now. We got something to talk about. Just have to see, yeah, we're gonna talk it out. Say something, that's what we're gonna do. What's going on? Tell me what's new.
Welcome to another episode of Say Something with Cheré. I told you I got my girlfriends here with me. We're going to tackle the conversations around women being the way that they are, but nobody ever looks at the trauma bonding, toxic relationships, and all that they carry. Help me welcome my girlfriends to explain to you just why we are the way we are. Sarah, you look amazing. You look so cute. Look at you. You're amazing. I want the Gucci shoes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for being on the show. I'm so glad y'all came out to hang with me.
Thanks for having us.
Y'all look beautiful.
You too.
Thank you. All right, y'all ready to say something?
Been ready.
I know our crew has been through some things in 2023, and we walked into 2024 with all kind of declarations and promises, but I want to go back to talk about like how we became, like how one woman can find her tribe, right? There's a journey. There were obstacle courses of talking about finding your tribe. But on the way there, we all experienced trauma bonding, toxic relationships, whereas we were the toxic ones, but nobody wants to say that. So anybody can jump in about finding this tribe. What was it like for you to get here to this tribe?
I'll start off. I think for me, 2023 was a year of absolute betrayal.
Oh.
Absolute betrayal at its core, like Judas betrayal, like Peter betrayal, anyone who betrayed, like spy betrayal. That's the best one. You know, I love spy movies. So if you watch a spy movie, there's always betrayal because where the spy's loyalty lies, it looks like he's loyal to the person he's interacting with at the moment, but in his heart, he's loyal to a country that no one knows about that he's loyal to. So I felt like that was my year of betrayal. And I think finding you ladies helped me to feel like you can trust me. This is a safe place. So I really didn't have an option to just continue down the path of that toxic friendship that it betrayed me. So you guys provided a place of comfort, a place of that I could just really relax and even heal.
But even to get to that point, you make a good point. You really had to like find the trust in us. But what was it that made you stay in that relationship so long to where the betrayal, because it had to happen more than once before you really just was like pulling the plug on the friendship, like you kept giving chance after chance?
Well, for me, the betrayal started like a couple decades ago.
Oh, I see.
See, but it was subtle. It was subtle, and I brushed it off. And I was like, well, did she say that?
That's it.
And when someone else comes to tell you that your good friend that you have never knew that you had a problem with said something about you behind your back, then it's like, well, you know what? This person is lying. It can't be true.
That's
it. Can't be true. You know what I mean?
God.
Like you don't trust them, but you trust the person that's betrayed you at that point.
I want to chime in on that. I just saw a quote and it said, the enemy is no longer the enemy. It's the ones that are saying, hey, sis. Hey, bro. What's up, cuz? So you really have to be mindful of the conversations that you're having with those people because they're waiting for something to take back to kind of go against you. And I will say the tribe allowed me to literally feel safe and secure. And it was always hard for me. You know that, Cheré. It was always hard for me to have good girlfriends, especially good Black girlfriends. And so the tribe has provided that. And the most recent incident that I went through was a really bad car accident. And Cheré and Danny, they were sending me, you know, love. They were doing my hair for free, doing my lashes for free, like just helping me get through one of the toughest times of my life. And I told Cheré a long time ago, because I think I've been with the tribe maybe the longest. I'm just going to put that out there. I told her a long time ago, I said, I prayed for a girlfriend group, but I was very specific about it being a solid, secure, non-judgmental girlfriend group. Black girls who rock, absolutely, but Black girls who I can trust.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think for me, I came into the tribe messy,
Oh,
broken.
yo, geez, yeah.
broken.
Yep.
So I shouldn't say messy.
But
I
you
came
weren't
in
messy,
broken.
yeah.
I came in broken, and at the time, I felt like, and I had been praying for that too, and I thought it would be like a Greek organization, right? I thought I would. Thank God that I didn't have to go that route for me. I just think this is best. But I wanted to get with a group of women that really supported each other and was transparent and truthful when things are not at their optimum level in your life.
Yeah.
That does take a level of trust to be able to allow someone to speak into your life when you're hurting or when you're making mistakes and help you get back up to live your highest potential. The tribe for me came when Cheré, about a year, we're a year
I think
or
we're in 2 years
2
now.
years ago. She did a girlfriend's dinner, and she just invited various ones of us. And that day I was there and I sat next to Sarah, and I looked at Sarah. I don't know what it was. It was something in her. I looked at her and I just started crying.
Made me cry.
I just started crying.
And I'm at the other end of the table, and I'm like, none of them know each other down there, so why are they all crying?
And then everybody got up and just started speaking into me and kind of came around me, and I think we were touching hands or something. It was like remarkable. I never experienced anything like that, and it's been that way since. And so it's something that I think we need. And the thing about, like I said before, you got to be in a place with women that you can trust, that they can be honest. Cheré and I've had some hard conversations, right? Some things that some people will be like, well, that's who you are, walk away. No, we talked about, you know, our differences or our matters of opinions or how something was portrayed or projected, and we worked through it. And that is what community is about.
Yes.
That is what it's about.
Absolutely.
And I gotta credit that really to you girls for helping me. Felicia helps me a lot. Sarah, and I'll get to the point how Sarah kind of taught me through forgiveness. When I married Patrick, I began to develop patience and unconditional love. I love hard, but there's a difference between unconditional love and loving hard. Jevonne has been my friend for the longest, and I watched you, Jevonne, which I want to get to the vulnerability that you gave when you got there. You forgive people over and over again, and Jevonne knows me to be the friend to walk away. Like, I don't care what you got to say. This is what happened. You made me feel like this. You betrayed me. I'm done. Jevonne will sit there and try to figure out what happened. Like, she's going to call that friend, call that person, and I'm sitting there looking at, and she'll ask me, like, what you think? Here's the story. And I'm like,
Bye, Felicia.
Jevonne, like, well, I really want to know. So, like, Jevonne, talk about how you got to the point where you were to, I would say, ignore those red flags, but then you keep giving those opportunities to the point to where you just walk away.
I think people, we're imperfect people.
Yeah.
We all have good days. We all have bad days. So I feel like everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves, depending on what's done,
Yes.
potentially a third chance, you know? And so I'm a prayer person. I'm a person who believes in prayer. And so I pray about who I'm supposed to allow in and out of my life. And if I don't feel like God is saying completely just release them, then I just kind of gauge on how I feel internally. Like, do I really want to keep this person around, or do I want to just say, I'm done with it, I'm going to walk away from it? So it just depends on the situation. And, you know, you and I have had our differences among the years, and I told you I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
we can argue, we can fuss, we can
love
fight.
that.
We're locked in. 17 years, I'm not going anywhere.
Anywhere.
So, you know, I just believe in, you know, hashing things out. I want to know, like, if I've done something personally to someone, what did I do? Help me to understand what I did, and then so that I can apologize, you know. But I won't apologize if I don't feel like I've done it. I'll say I'm sorry that you feel that
Yeah.
way, or if I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. But
what got you to the point to where you needed to figure out what happened so you could apologize? Was there a friendship that went wrong where you look back and said, I could have did something different, so going forward I will? Or has this just always been you wanting to know, like maybe afraid of rejection? Like what made you not just take a person's actions for what they were? What made you actually dive in and find out, well, why did that happen?
that's deep. When you say afraid of rejection, I don't think none of us we don't like rejection at all. I think for me, if I'm close to you, right, and then you all of a sudden just your patterns start to change. We're no longer talking the way we talk, and it's really the situations that I've had with a couple of girlfriends. I've always been like that. Their patterns changed towards me. We weren't talking as frequently, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, did I do something? Like, help me to understand. So I kind of it's always a situation like that. It's never a big blow up or never a big argument. It's always
just
someone's
subtle.
changing.
That's that, again,
And so
subtle.
that causes me to be like, hey, I noticed that something's off. Something's not right. What's going on? Did I do something? Did I say something?
I don't mean
Like,
to cut
what's
you off, but my question is, do you always ask? Or are there some relationships that you just let them go? Like they don't change up and you just let
it
them
just
go?
depends on who it is, but for the most part, honestly, I always ask, because if I notice that we're in a space where we're, so I thought, cool, and we're we have a solid friendship, so I think, if I notice that you have if you're like, I had one girlfriend who just, her patterns changed. We didn't talk as much, or if I call, there was no answer, no text back, and I'm like, this is my friend, so I'm kind of confused as to why, we're not talking as much. And so I just had to have, like, what happened? What did I do? Did I do something?
Did you get the answer?
And I got it. I mean, I got kind of sort of a roundabout answer, but she just felt like I offended her on a couple of occasions, and I'm like, you couldn't just talk to me about that?
I know.
We couldn't have a
See,
conversation.
and that's
We
the
couldn't
thing
have a
with-
conversation about that.
See, that's where it becomes, is this a matter of forgiveness and let's blow it over, or are you going to ignore it and let it come back to you later? Because if you don't address it, that snake is behind in the corner getting bigger. So the betrayal comes when you see the flag, red, purple, whatever color it is. When you see the flag, when the patterns change, she don't want to talk about it. She's passive aggressive about it. She's saying, "Oh, nothing's wrong with how you doing," but you know something changed, and you can't have that conversation. Drop that like a zero. Drop it. Run.
Get out of there.
Don't pick up the phone no more, because I'm telling you, that may die down for 5 years. And when you come back together, somebody had a baby, somebody got married. Oh my God, look at you. And you get back in where you joined in and you haven't dealt with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think my
That's
problem
betrayal.
is, we as Christians, we're all faith believers here, Christ believers. We have a faith walk. But I think that it gets twisted often, right? We always trying to pacify it with a word in the Bible, or the way this is how Jesus was, and Jesus forgave. And it's like, I'm not Jesus, okay? Don't compare me to him.
He's still working with me.
He's still every day. And so we forgive and we ignore red flags. And then not only that, to me, that's where the trauma bonding comes in. It's kind of like, some people don't know good because they've only known bad. So they don't know good when they see it. So we begin to go chasing after somebody, asking, what did I do? What did I do? Or, I'm sorry. And it's like, but that's the love. It's just like an abused person. They protect the abuser. And it's like, how do we break from that? On one hand, it sounds good. It's amazing that you do that and you want to find out what's the problem. The Bible said you have an ought with your brother, go to him. And then the other hand, it's kind of like, you ain't got to show me but one time who you are, baby. I'm not going to come chasing. I'm not going.
But like she said, people have a bad day.
Yeah.
And could we have misunderstood a behavior? I may not have talked because I was sick or whatever, and wasn't ready to tell what I was going through. And when I'm able to handle I'll tell you why I'm saying this. My cousin is going through stage 4 breast cancer, and she put it on social media, but she could not talk to us. She just couldn't, because it's like, she would break down. She just was like, okay, let me get my bearings. I just want everybody to know what I'm going through. Let me get my bearings where I can give you the details of what's going on. And so I'm texting like, I'm starting to take this personal. You can put this on
Yeah.
social media,
Right.
but when she told me how sensitive it was, and we're family, I potentially could be losing you. So I got to get on the phone with you when I have my bearings. So I understand Jevonne's point that let me give grace for a moment, and then if it's something that comes back that doesn't make sense, or then okay,
I have to say something. I think Felicia and I on the same page.
And Jevonne and Rhonda on the same page. We not on that page. So here's the thing. You understand what I'm saying? We like this, chuck up the deuces. Like seriously. So Rhonda, that is a one-off. That's a one-off.
one-off, right?
Yeah, but
But if it's a pattern,
Yeah,
but if it's a pattern, like she was saying, it's a pattern, then I get it.
Pattern.
No, maybe twice. No, maybe twice where we've gone through where you stop calling and that change. Is that what you're saying? Like it's a pattern of the change that would make you go and ask, or is it just the one-off?
It just depends on the person. If we're known for, if I'm driving to work, we're talking on the phone, or if I get home and we're talking and texting, or if I'm, if we're known for consistent communication with one another, and then all of a sudden that just kind of starts to fall off, and I'm calling and there's no answer, or I'm sending a text and there's no response when it's you respond right away, then I'm like, hey, I'm noticing that, our communication patterns, are kind of off. I'm reaching out, you're not reaching out, it's something wrong.
So guess what?
It's something like
People
things like
make
that.
time for what they want to make time for.
Thank you.
Every single
Thank
day.
you.
They're not making time for you.
But if you consider this person your friend, I'm going to talk to you.
You need to find out why the
I'm going to
change.
talk to you. I'm going to say, hey, you're my girlfriend. Like, you're my friend. What's going on? I'm not just going to be like, oh, she didn't call me back. Well, then I'm just not going to call her back. No, that's my friend. What's going on?
So how many times do you do that though?
No, it's just that initial conversation. Hey, what's going on? And if when I did reach out, I was told that, I'm not in a space to kind of, entertain it or talk about it. I let it go. I walked away. I prayed about it.
Okay, that's
And
So
it hurt.
here's the
It was
thing.
very
This is why
hurtful.
you want to be careful. I could chuck up the deuces to any of y'all for not responding to my text message. Well, wait. You getting better. You getting better. No, but that's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're saying the first time.
No, that's not what we're not saying that. Patterns. Patterns. But you watch the patterns, but I'm saying how many times do you have to go, friend, I haven't heard from you. Friend.
No,
But you're traveling. You're traveling with other people. You're hanging out here. Yeah. So I get it now though. I get what she's saying. Yeah.
And let me get back to something Cheré said. I gotta say this. As Christian women, we have gifts that allow us to be discerning.
Yes.
At
Baby.
at another level. So what God gave Jesus, he gave to us.
Thank you.
So we're not only
He didn't give me that patience he gave Jesus. To.
look, that's just some undeveloped patience. But what he gave Jesus, he gave to us. But let me tell you, and this is where we are dropping the ball in perception, in wisdom. Come on, Felicia. And I just remember this instance. Let me just say this. I'm gonna put a little bit out there. I remember one time me and this particular friend, we were close. Different situations in our lives brought us back together where we had kind of like going like this. But I never addressed that initial betrayal, that initial thing she said, or the secret she told behind my back. You don't talk, girlfriend, talk. Anything I say to you behind nasty talk, I talk. You don't share that. But if I hear another friend, if I hear two people told me the nasty talk I told you, and I just leave it and don't say anything about it, like, wait a minute. You don't do that. But going back to that, when I heard one of her kids on the phone talking about me out loud, this is not even a teenager, and she, and this, and this, and I was like, who you talking to? My mama.
Now, what set the tone for that child to talk like that?
Her
about
mama.
Nope. The
So
mama been
that's-
talking about you.
The mama was talking about me, but I
Yes.
didn't pick up on it. Oh, wow. See, that's what I'm talking about. Wisdom, y'all. Don't sleep on being wise. guys, you know your mama used to tell your dog to carry a bone, bring a bone.
Ooh,
Say that
baby.
again.
A dog that carry a bone will bring a bone. Because if he went from there to here, he carried it. If he go back from here to there, he bought it.
Say that.
Felicia.
So that's what I'm saying. Let's just put this on us because we have to use discernment.
Yes.
We have to be wise, and
Yep.
you have to pause. You know when you don't feel that right in your stomach,
Yeah.
and it's like pay attention to. We all got red flags. I
Yeah.
believe in there's a red. Oh, you didn't see the red. We all got red flags. But loyalty is loyalty,
Baby.
I did what Jevonne did when there was a relationship that I had for a long time, and it went sour. So I went back months later to kind of settle peace, right? And when peace was settled, then we kind of started doing life again, just talking a little bit. Then something drastic happened in my life, and that person didn't show up for me. But I didn't call and ask, "Why you not there?"
No, because Rhonda, I probably would have strangled Rhonda had she called because I wanted Rhonda to leave this person alone. Anyway, the way that they did not show up and the way they treated Rhonda, me on the friend on the outside, wanted to, it's like, why are you calling? Why do you need to know? Why are you? Rhonda just kept going back because we've been friends, But history, and to play itself out, history ain't got nothing to do with this because people are steady evolving, right? So history ain't got nothing to do with it. But she kept trying, and then that friend turned around and smacked her in the face. I'm mad at Rhonda still, but I'm still trying to go, that's Rhonda friend. Let me just be the supportive friend. And I say, I told you so. So now I'm trying to
With a smile.
understand, like, Rhonda, why do you do that?
Because it was a friend. I wouldn't let none of y'all go without understanding what happened. But then when we had the conversation and now I see there is no flags, there's no anything. We got crystal clear.
So you had that conversation.
Yeah. I mean, before the disappointment the second time around.
Did she make excuses for her behavior?
She apologized.
What's the apologize?
Rhonda is not telling the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help her. Okay.
No, I want to be clear because we can cover up if we want to.
Yes.
I'm just saying, you be transparent with you about what you allowed in your life that was not healthy.
Yeah.
In your
Period.
Let me say,
Period.
in your personal space.
That's
in
it.
your house,
Yes.
on your
Access.
phone. You know what I mean? What did you allow? And this is not you. I think there is a part we have to give ourselves some grace here. We won't know everything.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn from falling. You know, you got that one friendship. Now, look, I'm smarter now. That was hard. You know what I mean? You won't know everything about a friendship and what betrayal is and what signs you should have looked out for. But by the time we our age, we got at least 2 examples
Yeah.
of how we
at
should
least.
protect ourselves better.
Yeah. Now, Sarah is the nuck if you buck, but
She's a what?
she's the nuck if you buck.
I'm getting better.
She has gotten better.
I'm getting better.
Better because when I met Sarah through a mutual friend, there was a drastic fallout because of loyalty and major lies told to turn Sarah and I against each other because Sarah and I had become so close. Sarah was the one kept trying to call me, can we just talk again? Can we have another? And I was like, no. Like, the person lied before, and then when we had a face-to-face, continued to lie to me as if me and her was never on the phone. Like, you know
That's not
that
gonna
you're
be okay.
lying.
That's not okay.
It could never be. Probably for a year, Sarah kept trying to say, can we? And I said, one thing about me, I am clear about boundaries, okay? You won't get to do it again to me. I am clear about access and boundaries. Sarah, later on, now I could have said some things that would have opened Sarah's eyes, but to me, I'm like, what I say is going to hurt her more than the person that I'm trying to expose. So I kept it to myself. But later on, Sarah found out for herself.
Yes. But I
So
want to
Sarah
say,
was a softie.
I was trying to because I met her through this person, I didn't want to feel like I was the person that broke them up as friends or I had anything to do with their demise. So that was coming from a different place. It wasn't my friend and I'm trying to, basically kiss whatever they were friends first before I even came along and I was introduced to Cheré. So to me, that puts me in a very awkward position that the person that introduced me to you, now the 3 of us can't even go to dinner together. Like that put me now that was different.
Yeah, that was different. I could see, now I see where you're coming from.
But
I never knew that.
I got closure with her not telling me one word that was said. Discernment.
Yeah.
I got real closure. I was like, oh, so back to that quote that I said, hey, sis, you're not my sis.
And I think we are, I know my radar has not been up when you're outgrowing a friendship. I want to be more aware of when a friendship is coming to an end.
That's true.
It's like, we think because we're close, and the girls, we're very women are very relationship oriented, and we want to stick with the same thing until death do us part. But you gotta realize, okay, this is my sign. Are we evolving together? We can evolve, and then I'm like, I'm going. Girl, come on, girl. You know what? I'll pay for dinner. Come on, girl. You can use my card. Come on, girl.
Oh my God.
This about to run out.
Yeah.
You are outgrowing the friend. The friend is going to start getting jealous. Hopefully you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
But I promise to God, if you're consistently elevating and growing, and your friend, it's life circumstances could make them kind of and slow them down. But if they're not getting up under you and pushing you forward and helping you get to your place while they are recovering or healing, they get jealous.
They get jealous, and you can
They
leave them
are
right
getting
there.
jealous. It's just, you don't have to wait for it to boil over. It's
No,
coming.
and that's the problem. And on that note, this is why it is very important to have boundaries and understand who needs access to you. I've enjoyed you ladies so much. This conversation got very heated. I'm getting the wrap up. I need a 2-hour show.
We didn't even talk about the trauma. Look, the trauma that bonds us.
Yeah.
Why are we bonding to trauma? What's bringing us with trauma?
I can't believe that the time is up. You guys gonna have to come back because I'm sure they want a part 2. We talked about the healing and our friendships and how we became strong, but let's go back and dive into the journey of what got us there, because we got to really be vulnerable to talk about, I am who I am today, but let me tell you about the hurt that I went through to get me there. So we're going to come back. I know y'all want to see part 2.
You got to have tissue for us to have that conversation.
Yeah, we got to have tissue. Make sure you follow my friends. They're all doing amazing things. I didn't tell you who they were in the beginning, but this is my girl, Sarah Beasley. Sarah is a songwriter and an actress, a mom and a wife, the ultimate entertainer. Look out for her. She got shows coming up.
Lady LaRose.
Lady LaRose. And then I got my girl, Rhonda Anita over here, Atlanta's real estate leading lady. Did I say it right?
You said it right.
That's right. This is Atlanta's real estate leading lady. So see her for all of your real estate needs. She is also a mom. I love that about her. I got to talk about my good girlfriends, okay? They do more than just work. They are also moms and good girlfriends. And then my girl, Felicia over here. Felicia is the ultimate, y'all look out for her. She is the ultimate blogger of all time.
Thank you.
This girl is the top UGC creator ever. She is also a mom as well and an entrepreneur. She also has her own hair care product line. You see all her big natural hair, y'all. It's big. That's my girl, Felicia, my good girlfriend. And then my other goodie down there is Jevonne, y'all. Jevonne is also a singer and an actress. She's amazing. She has a few albums out as well. And we are holding Jevonne accountable this year because our theme this year is Do It Scared, if you have not noticed that. And Jevonne is going to come back on the scene and share her amazing voice with all of us. I just did it on the air, so you got to now.
Yes, I want to hear that.
Those are all of my friends. Be sure to tune in. And I just want to encourage someone, if you're having a hard time finding a tribe or having a hard time getting a good girlfriend, look at yourself first. Make sure you heal, get discernment, and be careful about setting boundaries. Until the next time, this is my girlfriend edition, and we will see you later.